I am Jairus Ian Paraiso from grade 10 SPA de la Rama, and I am going to talk about 10 AMI beep codes in this video. BIOS is the basic input output system of a computer. The basic function of the BIOS is to enable communication between the operating system and the hardware components when the system is started up. The BIOS runs a sort of self-test. This is called POST, which stands for Power on the Self-Test. If an error happens during POST, the BIOS emits of a specific signal which is in the bit codes. This alerts the user about the specific problem is encountered. First is the one short beep. One short beep from AMI BIOS indicates that there is a memory refresh timer error. Knowing this, you'll need to start by replacing the memory RAM in this does not work. You should try replacing the motherboard. The second one is two short beeps. Two short beeps means that there is a parity circuit failure. Replace the RAM on your system, and if the issue resolves, you were only experiencing a bad RAM or ROM. The third one is short beeps. If you experience 3 short beeps, there is a base 64K RAM or ROM failure. This problem is usually solved by replacing the RAM or ROM. The fourth one is 4 short beeps. 4 short beeps represent system timer failure. To solve this problem, start by resetting the desktop memory module and then replace it if that does not work. If these ideas have failed, reset or replace any expansion cards. Replacing the motherboard can be the last option. The fifth one is 5 short beeps. 5 short beeps implies that there is a process failure. To deal with this problem, try resetting the CPU or any expansion cards. However, there are chances that the CPU needs to be replaced. The sixth one is 6 short beeps. 6 short beeps indicates that there is a keyboard controller gate A20 error. There are certain possible reasons for this malfunction, and you may need to reset or replace any expansion cards. Lastly, you will need to replace your motherboard if the malfunction is severely enough. 7 short beeps. 7 beeps means that there is a virtual mode exception malfunction. The solution for this problem is to replace existing faulty hardware. 8 short beeps. 8 short beeps indicates that there is a failure with the display memory. Try replacing your display device with that of another computer. 9 short beeps. 9 short beeps means that there has been a failure with the ROM BIOS checksum. Try clearing CMOS first, and if it did not solve, a new motherboard of new BIOS ROM chip is needed. The last one is 10 short beeps. 10 short beep codes indicate that there's a CMOS shutdown read-write error. This beep code is usually caused by a hardware failure with the AMI BIOS chip. In this scenario, the CMOS memory chip needs to be replaced.